Hey guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Hopefully everybody is doing good. Welcome to Ep7. Big up to everybody. Episode 7. Obviously, I'm here with my co-hosts. I'm here with Justin. I'm here with Alex. I don't know what the names are. There we go. That's better. So yeah, I'm here with the legends. Yeah, man. Apologies for the show being late. I'm not gonna lie. If it wasn't for Justin, my head's scrambled, but whatever. It is what it is. We're here either way. And yeah, man, we're here to talk about Bundesliga. Obviously, we've got to talk about the new manager coming in. Jackson will finally be a Bayern player tomorrow. Well, he is, but like presented as one. And then obviously we're doing our week 3 predictions. So yeah, like we always do. And obviously we did in the last show, we obviously did the reaction to the week 2 one. So yeah, we don't have to do that now. Bro said, "This lateness is unacceptable. I've already finished my coffee." My bad. But yeah, obviously I'm here with the co-host. How are you, Alex, bro?
Yeah, I'm very good, thanks. Yeah, just got the Bundesliga's back. I can't lie, the international break, very, very boring.
Yep.
Really couldn't be asked. I watched a bit of England, but yeah, real football starts again soon.
100%. Justin, how are you, bro?
Yeah, good evening or good morning, depending on where you're watching this. Yes, lads, pretty good. Thank you for asking. A little bit sore though, actually. I got some fresh tattoos done, so my hands are pretty much shot because I got them on my hands. So you probably won't notice it or see it through the camera lenses or anything like that. But it's difficult to type. So this international break's probably been a little bit helpful when it comes to healing process and things like that. But I'm still gonna have to do writing and things like that come Saturday afternoon or evening technically for me for my podcast and stuff like that. So it'd be interesting to find out if I've done any ligament damage, which I haven't. But because it's very hard for me to like grab a hold of things at the moment because of where the tape is, it's around the knuckles of the hand as well. So. Yeah. Other than that, no, not too bad, man. It was actually good to have the international break, a little bit of R&R, so to speak, rest and relaxation.
Yeah.
Spend a bit of time with the missus and do a little bit of admin stuff that I've been meaning to do for my podcast and things like that. So yeah, just pretty chill, pretty relaxing. Did get to catch a couple of international games, both German international games, and boy, that first one was terrible. The second one. Yeah, better. We'll say better.
Yeah, no, I'm with you fully. Obviously very off topic, but is that not like one of the worst places to get a tattoo on your hands?
Well, they didn't say that to me when I got it done, and it was actually pretty chilled when I got it done. Like, it was actually first tattoos as well, so I had no idea what I was getting, like the feeling of what I was going to get into and things like that. But they told me that the sternum is the worst, like like your chest. And the hand wasn't so much. When they were going over the pinky finger, also it's not the pinky finger, I should say the index finger on both hands. Nerves shot a little bit more, so I was a bit like, oh, what the heck is that? But it wasn't anything unbearable or nothing. So it's likened to, for people that haven't had a tattoo before, it's pretty much like a pinprick, and then what would the other feeling be? Because when they do use the different tattoo, it's like a pinprick, and then more like maybe pinching or scraping. So it's not that bad.
Okay. Alex says otherwise. Alex says otherwise.
There we go.
But yeah, no,
nah, screw you, man. You're a mad man. You're an animal.
We'll start with you, Alex, bro. New manager. Is it Kasper? How do you say his name? Kasper.
I'd say.
Sorry, I had to say that. Sorry, go. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, I'll probably say Kasper Hjulmand.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm terrible with names, mate. I'm sorry. I could barely say my own name, to be honest. But what do you make of him and getting him in? Obviously, there were so many managers that you were being linked with. Xavi, all of these other managers. So what do you think of him, bro?
Yeah, with all the managers we were linked with, like Xavi, Raul, Postecoglou, Mourinho, for some reason. Yeah, Hjulmand probably the more low key, maybe sensible choice. Well, it's not one which is going to make people really excited. But whilst he did play, he did manage in the Bundesliga for Mainz about 10 years ago. He didn't do very well. Only lasted 6 months now. Points average of one per game. Before he was sacked, he only had one win in 13 games, but his career has transformed since then. He went on to manage Denmark for 4 years, and in that time, he managed to get a win percentage of 60%, which was highest in Danish football history. So that's pretty good. I think one thing which sets him apart from Ten Hag immediately is that you can see that he's a much more likable character, which is something that Ten Hag really lacked. He wasn't able to form connections with any of his players or staff, whereas Hjulmand seems a bit more of a nice guy. Probably as a result, had the players a bit behind and wanting to play for him. In terms of his style of play, he'll probably continue three at the back and the same formation as before, 3-4-2-1. Maybe more of maybe switching between that and a 4-2-3-1. But in terms, that the formation will remain the same in terms of style of play. I'm not so sure. But apparently the reason why he was sacked in Mainz was because he was so intent on playing possession football, even though he didn't have the players for it. So I guess he has got a bit more quality now at Leverkusen. So possibly more possession based control, similar to what Ten Hag was trying and what we had under Alonso, and to some extent in the Invincible season.
No, I understand. No, I think like you need someone that's gonna not necessarily steady the ship in that context, but from what you were obviously saying about Ten Hag was doing opposite. You know what I mean? He was demanding a lot from the players, but in a bad way, if that makes any sense. So that just is what it is in that sense. But yeah, if he steadies the ship, I was saying the other day when someone asked me about it, obviously I don't want you to do amazing, obviously, as a rival. But if I'm speaking truth and take the rivalry BS away, like I think he's going to steady the ship. I think you're going to push for fourth, top four, not fourth, top four, and go from there. That's how I see it personally. Maybe get even a cup run. Maybe the DFB Pokal might be what you try to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would just be good to see the team wanting to play football and playing fluidly as a team rather than just relying on individual moments. Yeah, that's what the team's lacking. It's lacking spirit, and hopefully he'll bring that. He's been known as a good communicator, so hopefully he can rouse the team before the game, unlike what Ten Hag was doing, where he didn't even bother doing a pre-match talk. So yeah.
Justin, what do you make of disappointment, man?
From the outside looking in, it looks like really poor. It looks like they've got a manager that's, barely had any time at the top level in football. As Alex said before, they had some time at Mainz. I looked that up. It was only 24 games. So, yes, they did some, top work at the international level. So they got that now.
Yeah.
But still, when I look at it, it's a big gamble. It's unproven. It's pretty much up to the players at Leverkusen to produce, and if they're happy and it's not too dissimilar to Xabi Alonso, then I think they'd be all right. But if the head management have got it wrong, we'll see in due course, probably a couple of months or something like that. But watch this space pretty much to see how Leverkusen are going to go.
Yeah, no, for I think with the whole Bundesliga, Xabi Alonso, I think just was a special manager. Again, taking away the bias and everything, in my opinion. But like, I feel like Cess is going to be the same. I know it's totally different league, totally different everything. But like Cesc Fabregas, I feel like he's going to be at Como for a little bit, and then he's going to go and have a big job wherever it may be. You know what I mean? Maybe like a Man City or something like that. So managers come about, don't they? Like that. So yeah, to steady the ship and just see what you guys can do. You know what I mean? Because I know that obviously you're going to be wanting to push for the league because you have won it. You did win the league. You were going for a treble, you won the double, so on. So yeah, man, it should be interesting to see what happens. But the opening game is actually Leverkusen, so it's going to be very interesting. Obviously, you can't take too much into it just yet because he's only had whatever amount of minutes, and a lot of his players would have been on international duty and everything. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. What do you make of? Obviously, we're getting to our predictions, but what do you make of that game coming up? Like, are you gonna judge him early, or are you gonna give him time?
Well, you have to give him time. He only had his first training on Tuesday.
Yeah,
and as you say, with probably about half the team at disposal. So, well, I hope there'll be a bit of a new manager bounce, but honestly, I don't expect anything, especially against a team like Frankfurt, who are probably the form team in the Bundesliga at the moment, along with like Cologne maybe. Very dangerous team, and on the day they can beat anyone, and then more capable of beating Leverkusen in their current state. So, well, I just hope that they play with a bit more fight and spirit, and at least put out a good performance, something that they can be proud of, rather than falling apart as they did
yeah.
against Brain.
No, I'm with you. Is there anything else we need to mention? I know that obviously Boniface went to Werder Bremen, didn't he? What's your opinion on that? Did we speak about that last time?
I think we did.
We did?
Yeah. But there is actually a detail which I find quite incredible.
Go ahead.
So the Boniface deal, there was no loan fee. There was no loan fee whatsoever.
Okay.
And Bremen are only paying just over half of his wages. So they got Boniface basically for free for a year. That's how desperate we were to get rid of him, which makes you a bit concerned.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
How is Boniface, really?
Yeah, that's damn.
Yeah.
They were really wanting. There was a damn reason why he was going to Milan for that price, then, wasn't there? Something we don't know, public don't know, evidently. I would have taken him. I know you guys wouldn't do business with us, but I would have taken him on loan. If you just give them players out for free, put us in. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. I wasn't expecting you to say that. I can tell you that right now. Okay. Other than that, though, I don't think there's any other news on the Bundesliga. News. I don't think there was. Actually, yes, there was. Christian Eriksen's gone to Wolfsburg. Big up, Mike's for the raid, bro. Thank you so much, mate. Christian Eriksen's gone to Wolfsburg. What are we thinking of that?
That could be a really, really big transfer for them. Just think they got Lovro Meyer and Eriksen in midfield. There aren't many teams better than that. We put Arnold in there as well. Wow. They could be a real force. To be honest with you, I'm glad he's gone to Wolfsburg because the minute that Hjulmand was announced as Leverkusen coach, the Eriksen to Leverkusen rumors started. So we really didn't need him, but yeah, it's good that he's got home because obviously Eriksen is such a likable footballer anyway.
Yeah.
As a person, not just in terms of his ability. So yeah, real coup for Wolfsburg.
It kind of reminds me of when they got De Bruyne. Obviously, it's not going to be that impactful because De Bruyne was one of the best players in the league when he was here. So, but yeah, again, I agree with you. Lovely character. I think, you've seen certain things, obviously, with him, having his moment, well, not his moment, but, what happened on the pitch and, his career after that and so on. He seems to be okay now. Obviously, he was playing quite a few games for Man United before, obviously, they let him go and whatever. Justin, what do you think of this move, bro?
Yeah, if he can stay fit, that's going to be really good for Wolfsburg and in general for the Bundesliga as a whole. You want to see top shelf quality players coming over from wherever they may be from, or even rising up in the league. So, it's good to see that happening. I can see where Alex is coming from the Danish connection to just all the rumours and stuff that would have been swirling around. So. It's good to see. Hopefully he settles in pretty quickly. I'm not too sure actually when we play Wolfsburg. I think at the end of the month, so it'd be interesting to find out just how well he travels.
Yeah, no, fully, because I feel like he, he's that tricky player, isn't he? You know what I mean? If they allow him to be free, I feel like he can be massive for them. With United, everybody knows what Man United's like these days. They're not, the Man United of old Wales, Sir Alex at the club and all of this and all of that. Obviously, it's still a big team, but like if they can allow Eriksen to be free, the guy's good with his corners, good with his passing. Please don't score a free kick against us. It seems like everybody that comes in the league scores a free kick against us. Yes, I'm talking to you, Alex, with Grimaldo. So yeah, that wouldn't surprise me, but. Yeah, good appointment for the league as a whole, rather than obviously talking personally because of our clubs. Like, yeah, good from my perspective, I would say personally. Good move. He'll do well in Germany. Yeah, I agree fully. Again, big up to Mike's for the raid. Let's talk Bundesliga game wise though. So again, obviously, the game is Leverkusen playing first, which is going to be interesting. I will be watching this game because I've missed watching the league, and it just seems like international football. By the way, before we talk about the league, I've got the thing up here and we'll do our predictions. Can we I don't know if it's happened to your clubs, but it definitely has happened to mine. Like, we're being linked to everybody, and you could tell that the international break's on when it's like, oh, in such and such year, Bayern Munich was so close to getting Haaland, and then it was in such and such year we were so close to getting Mbappe. We put in a bid for Mbappe. Then there's something coming out about freaking Yamal. It's like you could tell that there generally is no or nothing to talk about because they're talking about us getting Haaland, which ain't going to happen. Us getting, or worth getting Mbappe. We apparently bidded when he was at Monaco. Apparently when Yamal was 14, we tried to go in for him. It's like, yeah, it's jarring. It's absolutely jarring, but just, yeah, it's annoying. Put it that way. There's my little rant over. Let's let's get into the predictions though. Let's bear with me 1 second while I just put up this photo. So yeah, Justin, what do you think of this match in general?
In general, I think it's going to be something decent to watch. I don't expect Bayer Leverkusen to do much because considering the new manager hasn't had a lot of time or anything like that. I actually wrote my prediction before the sacking news of Ten Hag. So I'm still going to keep it the way I've left it for the simple fact of, I really don't expect much. I think it's more of I'd say more of an exhibition match. Get him used to what he's going to get on the pitch and experience and things like that. Almost write it off. I don't think they're going to get humiliated or anything like that. But I've just put it down as just an easy 3-0 win for Frankfurt. I was going to say Stuttgart. I don't know fucking why. So for Frankfurt, you could say 3-1. I'm just going to go with 3-0, just in case they don't score. So
3-0 for Frankfurt. Damn.
Yeah, so I do expect Leverkusen to make a game of it. They're not going to be humiliated. They're going to make it, difficult. It's not just going to be a walk in the park. I do think that with all the stuff happening around the club and only the new manager just coming in now, and then after the international break hasn't really been able to train all these players properly and things like that, it's just going to be a little difficult to see them get anything like a point or more from this. So yeah, I've just gone with 3-0. It could be a bit more respectable, and Leverkusen could score. But yeah, like I said, I wrote it before with the sacking and things like that, so I'm just going to keep it as is and just go from there. So I do think it is going to be an interesting game, at least tactically, and to see what the new Leverkusen could look like, and see the difference in mentality of shift of the players as well. So I think they're going to get beaten, but they're not going to get humiliated or anything like that by any means.
Yeah. What do you think, Alex?
Yes, it's hard. It's like a free hit really for the players. I mean, there's nothing expected of them, and obviously it's one of the hardest opponents we could have possibly faced. It's better that we're at home. We do tend to beat Frankfurt when we play at home, and to be fair, in recent matches we have always beaten Frankfurt. I expect loads of goals. It's just whether I'd like to be optimistic. I'm going to say 2-2. 2-2.
Okay.
I just like to think that they have their shackles released, and they're going to go all out, play positively as a team, and plus we'll also have some new players on the show as well. For example, Vasquez, Arthur was a bit of a weak point for us in recent games, and obviously with Vasquez we've got ample experience and real quality. So yeah, and plus, whilst we leaked goals against Bremen, can't forget we were 3-1 up. We weren't completely void of ideas, and obviously Frankfurt, they're on fire attacking wise, aren't they? So yeah, it's either going to be high scoring draw or maybe a Frankfurt win, maybe like 3-2 Frankfurt win. But I'd like to be optimistic, say 2-2.
No, I'm kind of in the middle here. I'm with Justin. I would have if you would have kept Ten Hag. Obviously, I would have said that you were going to lose, because Frankfurt are, I would say, the best team in the league right now, even better than Bayern. I think Bayern can become the best team again, but we're leaking goals, which we shouldn't be. The last couple of games we've the first game you could see that the first game was a one-off, because then we played a third division team and they scored 2 goals on us and then we drew the game. So yeah, we're leaking goals at the moment. So I would say that they are the best team. What do I go for score? But with this guy in, he's not gonna be able to steady the ship straight away. We know that.
This is why I just left my scoreline, because it was difficult. I was just like, I don't know. It could be 2-1, 2-2. Could be 3-1, 3-2. I'm like, I'm just gonna leave it.
Yeah, no. I'm fully with you. I do think you will score. So let me do mine. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go in the middle of you two, and I'm gonna go with Frankfurt to win, but I'm gonna go 3-2. So Leverkusen will score two goals, but in the end we'll lose the game. Which, if they get a 3-2 game, this is gonna be a good game for me to watch. Maybe not for Alex and Alex's heart, but for me, I'm going with a 3-2 win for Frankfurt. I feel like you will score goals because you do have good players, but at the same time, I don't think you're going to have enough to beat them just yet. But we'll see. Maybe he steadies that ship straight away and something clicks. We don't know. Let's see. Game after that, though, is going to be Union Berlin versus Hoffenheim. Alex, what do you think of that one, mate?
Well, two teams are showing a mix of form. Hoffenheim, they obviously lost against Frankfurt, but they lost in a way which was commendable. They did play very well against Frankfurt, and obviously they beat Leverkusen at the start. I can see this one being a Hoffenheim win, but narrowly, maybe 2-1 to Hoffenheim.
Yeah. So you think 2-1?
Yeah.
2-1. Okay. Justin, what are you thinking, mate?
I thought this was actually another good game, to be bluntly honest. I thought both teams have a chance to win it. I don't think it's going to be very close. But for me, I just couldn't really separate the two. So I actually went with a 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw. Okay. Just to clarify, Alex, 2-1 win to Hoffenheim, or?
Yeah, 2-1 win to Hoffenheim.
Okay. Then Justin said a 2-2, so let's quickly just mark this in. And then I'm going to go... This is a hot. So Hoffenheim got beat last time by Borussia Dortmund. Not Hoffenheim, sorry. Union Berlin. Can't speak English today. And then Hoffenheim got beat by Frankfurt. But then again, we just spoke about Frankfurt and how good they actually are at the moment. I'm just going to go with a stinky 1-0, I think, to Hoffenheim. Then we got Heidenheim versus Borussia Dortmund. Justin, I'll start with you, bro. What are you thinking?
This should be an easy 3-0 victory for BVB, to be honest. I mean, Heidenheim could possibly score, but being at home, Frank Schmidt normally has his team set up pretty defensively pretty well. Excuse me. So it could be different as well. You know, it could be 2-1 or something like that, but... how I did my list was this was the second game, so I just pretty much copied the same same one from Frankfurt and Leverkusen. So yeah, so I'm still good to go with it, but yeah, 3-0 for BVB.
Okay. Alex?
Yeah, I agree. Dortmund should win. But Heidenheim at home. They are a force to be reckoned with at times. I can say 2-1 to Dortmund. It won't necessarily be easy, and when they've played in Heidenheim in the past, it hasn't ever been real thrashing. So yeah, say 2-1 to Dortmund.
Okay. I've gone with 4-0. I think Dortmund are going to be. I think they're going to be the team to push Bayern. I think Frankfurt will, but will they in the end? You know, because they do have some young players, and are their form going to dip, or are they going to continue to push on in the latter stages of the season? So yeah, I've gone with a 4-0. Dortmund just seem to be on it at the moment. Obviously, they have been conceding way too many goals. In it, but I think just before the international break, them having that 3-0 win would have done them good. Obviously, the game before they did score 3 again, but obviously they allowed Sampaoli back into the game. So yeah, I'm going to go with a 4-0 win for Borussia Dortmund. So yeah, I'm going to go with that. The game after is actually Justin's team, so it's going to be Mainz versus RB Leipzig. I'll go first on this one. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win to Leverkusen. I always call you Leverkusen. What is wrong with me? To Leipzig. RB Leipzig will win 3-1. My word, I can't speak. Alex, what do you think, bro?
Yeah, I tend to agree. Mine seemed to be one of your more favourite opponents. Actually, no. I say that I was looking at the head-to-head stats, and Mainz have actually done. I think you've only beaten Mainz once in the last 5 games, which is pretty crazy. Because I just remember that time when you thrashed. Was it 7-2, something similar to that?
I think it was 8-0 or something.
8-0.
Yeah.
And that might have warped my view on it, but yeah, Mainz haven't been what they were last season. So and Leipzig obviously on the up after last week. So I'd say 3-1 is a decent shout. So
3-1. Justin, what do you think, mate?
Well, I'm just going to literally read a little bit of a snippet from my podcast and tell you my prediction. So my scoreline prediction was 2-1 for RB Leipzig, and why RB Leipzig edge it is the Heidenheim win gave them a template, discipline at the back, patience in midfield, and quality in attack. Their forward depth of Bakayoko, Romelu, Noussair, Diamonde can make a difference once past Mainz's press. And why Mainz will score is their energy at home plus set-piece threat is likely to produce at least one dangerous moment. And I think they'll take their chance. So,
So you've
the
gone
very short part of it. 2-1 RBL win.
2. Okey-dokey. Let me write these down. 2-1. 2. And then Alex, what was yours again? Did you say the same?
Yeah, same as you. 3-1. The Leipzig.
Okey-dokey. Justin, I'll let you start on this one, bro. The next game after that is Freiburg versus Stuttgart. Obviously, Stuttgart did win 1-0 against Borussia Mönchengladbach in the last game, which is never really easy to beat them. They're a bit of a tricky team. What are you thinking of this one, mate?
Same thing. It's going to be hard for Stuttgart to break down Freiburg, especially at home. I do think they're going to edge it. I did the same scoreline as my last prediction, 2-1. I struggle to see, where they're going to score a lot of goals and they get themselves a lot of chances, but considering of the normal defensive acumen of Freiburg as a whole defensive unit. And I think Freiburg will score at home. So the only option I thought to me is either a 1-1 or a 2-1. So I think Stuttgart has the ability to be able to just edge it. So 2-1.
2-1. Alex?
I think maybe we should stop praising Freiburg's defensive ability after the last match day against Cologne. They have a lot to answer for, those players. I don't see them responding well, though, in this match. I think Stuttgart have a bit too much of them, even without Boltemada.
Yeah.
We say 2-0 to Stuttgart.
Okie dokie. I would love nothing more than 7-0 thrashing for Freiburg, but I do agree with you. It's just not going to happen. So I could put 7-0, but I'm definitely not going to be able to get that right. So I'm just going to go with... I think Freiburg score, but I think it's 3-1. I think 3-1 to Stuttgart, unfortunately. Frauds. Moving on. Wolfsburg versus Cologne. Obviously, Wolfsburg drew in their last game, but did get a red card in that game, which is a silly red card right at the end. So, yeah, I'm thinking, Cologne did do good in their last game. So I'm going to go with Cologne winning. And I'm going to say that Cologne are going to win 2-0, I think. Could be wrong. Let's go, Alex. Let's go with you first. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, Cologne did really, really well, and they are the surprise package, I'd say. League so far this season. I think their luck will have to run out, and Wolfsburg are just one of those tricky teams where it could easily happen. They won't lose, but I can see maybe 2-2 draw. Yeah, Wolfsburg have a lot of quality, and that luck has to run out. It depends if
At some point, yeah.
the coach is going to wear that lucky jersey he has.
No, I'm with you. What do you think, Justin?
I was almost going to go for a draw with this, and I was almost going to say 2-2 as well for Alex, what Alex said as well.
Yeah.
But I've gone 3-2 for Cologne just to edge it. I think Alex has probably hit the nail on the head there when it comes to, Cologne, being lucky and things like that. They are going to come through this season and have a few surprise fixtures and wins and things like that. And I think they've probably rubbed off enough, just a little bit left, and they're probably going to just edge this one. And then after that, they're going to be having some losses coming up. So, 3-2 for me for Cologne against Wolfsburg.
Okay, yep. No, fully. I think Cologne. I thought, I'm not going to lie, I thought they would go down. I felt like they're going to come up and go straight back down, but they are definitely being the surprise. So far, like Alex said. The game after that is near and dear to my heart, obviously, because it's Bayern Munich. Bayern versus Hamburg. I'm going to let you guys go first. I already have my score, but I'm going to let you guys go first. I want to know what you think. I will go with you, Justin. What do you think first, bro?
5-2 for Hamburg against Bayern Munich and Harry Kane to get injured. In all seriousness, though, no, I've gone with a 3-1 win for Bayern Munich. I think, obviously, the record Meisters just got too much class for a newly promoted team. I do think Hamburg will get a chance to score, and I think they will, just to keep it interesting. But I don't think you guys have much to worry about. So Max Herber will be sacked within 12 hours if that happens. So I think it's an easy win for Bayern Munich. So I was almost tempted to not have Hamburg score and have a 3-0 win. But look, I want to see Hamburg and anyone technically score against Bayern Munich. So being a northern team where some of my family are also from, even though it's a bit further up in Kiel, but just thought I'd go 3-1.
Alex?
I guess this one's just a case of how high do you want to go.
Yeah.
I mean, the last 4 games that Hamburg went away to Bayern, the results were 5-0, 6-0, and a couple of 8-0s. Before that, you also had like a 9-2 in the mix. The last time they actually won in the Bundesliga away was like 2009. I'm going to go, this could be absolutely mental, but I'm going to go 7-0 to Bayern Munich. I really hope I'm wrong. I never want to be wrong in my life. Please, Hamburg, pull off a miracle. But yeah, it's one of those games where Bayern's just going to roll all over them, especially after how they played against St. Pauli. They're just not at level yet.
No, that was literally my thinking. Watching their games, they're not our level, is in the league. I mean, so I agree. I'm going with 2 goals less. I'm going with 5. I was going to go 5-1 or 5-2 because we have been conceding goals. But yeah, I'll just go with a clean sheet. Fingers crossed we can get one. Because we just haven't looked that good. When it comes to not getting a clean sheet or conceding goals. So yeah, 5-0 for me. That's what I've gone with. I would like a Harry Kane hat-trick, I guess. I don't know. I don't care who scores to be... Neuer could score, to be fair. I don't care who scores. Then St. Pauli versus Augsburg. Obviously, in the last game, St. Pauli did get a win against Hamburg, 2-0. And Augsburg lost to us 3-2. I actually think this is going to be a draw, in my opinion. And I'm actually going to go that they both score the same amount of goals. So I'm going with a 2-2 draw. But yeah, we'll see. What do you think, Justin? What do you think?
No, actually, exact same. I thought this could be either team's win, basically. Obviously, as we know, the Millerntor's a fantastic stadium, and I think they'll be right behind the lads. But I've gone with 2-2 as well, so I do think there'll be goals in this one. Any team could edge it on the day. I just couldn't separate them, so I've gone 2-2.
No, I'm with you. 2-2. Yep. Alex, what do you think, mate?
Augsburg and St. Pauli, they are pretty close in terms of how they've done so far. But I really like St. Pauli, especially Hutonji, their striker. I've got a feeling he could be set for a massive move, either in winter or in the summer. The way he performed against Hamburg, he was electric. I can see him being the difference, and I'm going to go for 2-1 to St. Pauli.
2-1 St. Pauli. Okay. Right, let me write that down. 2-1 St. Pauli. Okie dokie. Alex, start with the last game, mate. Mönchengladbach versus Werder Bremen, bro.
Okay, again, they're 2 teams which will probably be very similar close to the end of the season.
Yeah.
Mönchengladbach have been disappointing say the least. Werder Bremen, on the other hand, will be on such a high after their monumental comeback against all odds against us. So as a result, I'm probably going to go for 1-0 to Werder Bremen.
1-0. Werder Bremen. Okie dokie. Justin, what do you think, mate?
Yeah, this is another dull game pretty much to finish off the fixture, isn't it? So I don't know. This was one of the hardest ones for me to actually try to predict. So I've actually gone with a 1-1 draw. I don't think it's going to be a whole lot entertaining-wise. I do think Werder Bremen can possibly win, considering of what they managed to do in their previous fixture against Alex's team. But yeah, tough call. I was almost going to go for a 1-0 Gladbach win, as they had to sort of do something at some time. But I just see them struggling at the moment. So yeah, 1-1.
1-1 draw. Okay. Yeah, and I think it's going to be a dead game. I'm not going to lie. I'm going with a 0-0. I don't think either team will score. I think it's going to be just one of those games. They'll get close, but not good enough. So yeah, I'm going with a 0-0 draw. So yeah, there we go, people. There are our predictions coming up for the obviously starts again tomorrow, which I can't wait for. Now, bless up to everybody. We're not finished just yet. We will go in a little bit, but I thought we may as well talk and give our predictions. This doesn't necessarily matter on this one. We don't really care on this one, but I thought, why not give our predictions on the games, Champions League games that we are in. So not every single Champions League game, because obviously this is a Bundesliga show. But Champions League games that we are in. Obviously, Justin can have his say as well.
Yeah, I'll just leave, mate. That's
no,
all right.
no, that wasn't actually even supposed to be like that. Not even in that sense. So who we got? So we've got Borussia Dortmund versus Juventus. Let me screenshot these a minute so I can get these on thingy. We've got Bayern Munich versus Chelsea. We've got Leverkusen going away to Copenhagen. Let me screenshot that. And then we've got Frankfurt Galatasaray. So Alex, what do you think is going to happen? Again, this doesn't really matter. Well, it matters to your season. I mean, for our predictions, it doesn't matter. What are you thinking for that fixture coming up, mate? The Champions League one.
Yeah, against Copenhagen. I mean, it couldn't be more fitting after hiring the former national coach of Denmark. It's probably the best opponent we could have faced in our first game. Arguably the most doable, which is great when you want to try and build from the bottom. I'd hope we have too much quality for them, but how the team are going to gel, how the team are going to be able to follow the coach's instructions after still only a week. I'm not sure. Had Hjulmand had a full pre-season, had he not collapsed like Ten Hag did at the start of the season, I'd be thinking 3-4-0 would be crazy. But Parken is extremely difficult. The fans are intense, and can probably imagine being a bit closer than what many would have expected on paper, maybe 2-1 to Leverkusen.
Yeah. No. And obviously we'll get your full assessment in the next show. But in general, because obviously these games are coming thick and fast. So Bayern play on the Wednesday, Dortmund play on the Tuesday, you play on the Thursday. So you would have played that day, the day we do next show, you would have played. So, obviously I thought, why not get your prediction? That is the wrong colour, Liam. Come on now. Alex is green.
What time is that game, by the way, on
what time?
Thursday? Yeah.
Time 5:45, bro.
Okay, so the game would have been over That's lucky, because that would have been really tough.
Oh yeah, if it was an 8 o'clock kickoff, I wouldn't even have asked you, because I know that your full focus would have been on the team. So yeah, when did Bayern play actually? Well, I just said it, didn't I? Wednesday. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, we'll go with Justin. What do you think of that game, bro? Copenhagen, Leverkusen.
Well, you'd think it'd just be a walk in the park for Leverkusen, really, wouldn't you? But obviously, with everything that's been happening around the club and new manager needing to give time, I don't think they're going to be shocked everyone and lose. Look, I think it's going to be a good game, probably closer to a draw. Both teams will score, I think, at minimum 2-2. But obviously, we'll see how we go midweek for an actual proper assessment, I guess you could say. See how they go in the Bundesliga first, and then go from there. But I don't think they're going to have too much to worry about. Like Alex said, it's probably one of the best draws they can have for a brand new manager. They're not playing like a Man City or something like that, or PSG or something. So, pretty much watch this space and just see how they perform domestically first before they go over there. But I think they'll do it right.
No, I think you should get the victory, in my opinion. What did you go again?
Me?
2-1.
Oh.
Yeah, Alex went 2-1. Justin went, what did you go? You said 2-2, right?
I didn't realise I was going to do any actual proper predictions, but yeah, 2-2 for me, yeah.
Yeah, obviously we won't count these for the thing we're doing. But
for me,
just in general.
2-2, but that depends on obviously what happens on the weekend
as
well. Yeah. So otherwise, Alex has probably got it on the money there. I would say they'd win, but I'm just hesitant to say that they're going to win, considering I haven't seen a single game yet. So
of course.
2-2.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 2-2 as well, because I think Copenhagen. Go in there as well. They're going to know, like Alex obviously mentioned, they're going to know the manager. It's not like, but everyone knows the manager, but you know what I mean? Like near and dear to their heart in that aspect. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to go with a 2-2. Justin, I'll start with you. What do you think is going to happen in the Juventus versus Dortmund match?
I'm hoping Juve smash Dortmund.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, look. There's got a lot of injuries and stuff out for Dortmund. I mean, some could be returning coming up into this fixture, but I think Juve probably have a bit too much class, especially at home. So I'm going to say 3-1.
3-1? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting game because Juve have got Inter at the weekend. So they've got Inter, and then a couple of days after they've got Dortmund, which is obviously the fixture we're talking about, and then they've got Verona or something like that. So it's going to be interesting to see. They've got a tight like a couple of games, but I do think they will win as well. I'm going to go with Juventus winning 4-0. Obviously, it's going to be in Turin as well, so there is no yellow wall in the stadium in that aspect. Alex, what do you think for Dortmund? Juventus versus Dortmund? Sorry.
Be tough to call. I always think Italian teams are the worst teams to play against, especially for German clubs, because they represent everything that German football isn't. Juventus aren't the team they used to be, but then again, neither are Dortmund. Probably imagine 1-1 and 1-1 draw. Yeah, it's not going to be massively exciting. It will be as exciting as Juventus wants it to be.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, I'm with you. Then we got Frankfurt versus Galatasaray. Now, Galatasaray fans are crazy, but it's not in Turkey. It's going to be obviously in Germany. So, obviously, there'll probably be a lot of traveling Turkish fans going to the stadium and everything. But I'm going to, Galatasaray have done some really good business this summer, but I am still going to edge Frankfurt, and I'm going to say Frankfurt win 3-2. What do you think, Justin?
Yeah, I thought the same. I almost thought Galatasaray were gonna win it, but that would obviously been them being at home. Since this is not at home, this is playing in Germany. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Frankfurt going to end up just go over. So yeah, exact same scoreline.
Okie dokie. Alex, what do you think, mate?
Yeah, based on pure form and how they've been doing season, definitely Frankfurt. Yeah, close. Again, 2-1 because Galatasaray, like you say, they've got a really, really good team. But a lot of Turkish teams do, but the chemistry often lacks, and the players that they sign are often players over the hill, but they have got some quite good players at the peak of their powers. It's be really, really tough. But yeah, just based on form.
Yeah, I'm with you. And then I'll get your guys' opinion on this one first. I'll start with you, Alex. Bayern versus Chelsea.
Having watched Chelsea play only a couple of weeks ago,
Yep.
Yeah, that's a really tough tie. Really tough tie. Stamford Bridge and the 40 odd Chelsea players you could be up against. Yeah. It's hard to say because Bayern Munich, they love going to London, don't they? They love going to London.
To be fair, it is in the Allianz Arena. It's in Germany.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Sorry.
No worries, bro.
Okay, that changes things a little bit. Yeah, but still, Chelsea are a very, very good team. Maybe change my prediction a little bit to 3-0 to Bayern. Yeah, it's going to be a tough game, but I can just see it being one of those games where Chelsea just collapse. It's Bayern Munich on their day, obviously can beat anyone, and you'd like to think that they can beat Chelsea, but because whilst they have a lot of quality, they don't have the same stars as Bayern. They don't have a Kane up top or a Neuer in goal. That kind of that's the difference between them. There are a lot of young stars, but no superstars, as it were, apart from Cole Palmer, of course.
Yeah. No, music to my ears, man. 3-0. Would love nothing. We need to beat them for me. I won't give my prediction yet. I'll let Justin go in just a second. I'll let him speak first. But for me personally, after what happened in that stadium with them beating us in the Champions League, we need to beat them. I don't want to draw nor loss. We need to beat them, even if it's a crappy 1-0. I'll take it. But yeah, Justin, what do you think of this game coming up, mate?
What an absolute belter of a game, eh? Yeah, look, maybe being in Germany slightly gives Bayern an edge. I mean, the home team always gets an edge, right? It's pretty much how it goes, you know. So for me, I would actually think I was going to go 3-3 draw. To be honest, I thought Chelsea were going to be able to score and make a good game of it, but because it's in the Allianz Arena, I'm gonna probably just edge it as a 3-2 for Bayern. I think they're just going to have enough class just to get over the line. I do think that it could go either way on match day. So if Bayern are off just the tiniest bit, Chelsea will capitalise. As Alex said, they don't really have any major stars or anything like that besides Cole Palmer. They do play really good as a team. So yeah, some of them have been playing together for a little while now, so I think the cohesion will be there as well. So, but being played in Germany, we'll just give it to, as much as I don't want to say it, but I've already said it anyway, 3-2 for Bayern.
No, I'm with it. Now, I'm going to be shameless, and I'm definitely going to change my score coming closer because I need to see what Bayern are going to do on the weekend. But I'm going with 5-0 to Bayern.
5-0.
Just because I want to smash them. I'm sure I'm going to change my score going closer to the game after we see them play at the weekend and it's like crap. But yeah, I would love this. This would just be, after messing us around with this deal and everything else, if he comes on, starts, whatever it is, I don't care. I need Bayern to win. And if he kisses the badge as well, that'd just be even better.
Jackson to score a brace or
anything. I would love it even if he scored like a scammy goal that wasn't post account or anything, just to piss them off even more. To be honest with you, because Drogba in the last couple of let's say. Anyway, so yeah, there are the predictions. So yeah, again, these don't really count. We're doing this for just a bit of fun, obviously, because when we do the show, all of these games would have already happened, because there's obviously the fixtures are going, which I'm glad at least we get to watch our teams. But yeah, just to reiterate it again, so Copenhagen versus Leverkusen, Justin went 2-2, I went 2-2, and Alex said 2-1. I've just realised I said 2-1 to Copenhagen for Alex. I need to work that out because I'm pretty sure he didn't say that. What a dumbass.
Nah, 2-1 to Leverkusen, yeah.
Yeah, what an idiot. Juventus versus Dortmund. Justin said 3-1. Alex said 1-1. I said 4-0. Bayern Chelsea, I said 5-0. Justin said 3-2. Alex said 3-0. And then the Frankfurt Galatasaray game, I went 3-2. Justin went 3-2, and Alex went 2-1. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Is there any other thing we've missed? Who did you guys get the DP book out, actually?
Energy Cottbus for us. I've probably said that incorrectly, but I think that's how you say it.
Energy.
Sorry?
Energy Cottbus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a really good game.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Are they good?
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say they're good, but it's not going to be a bad fixture by any means. So, I mean, it's the cup, man. Anything can happen. I mean, we almost got beaten by Sandhausen in the first round, so I don't expect us to be the same in that one. Obviously, because for me that was a preseason opener type thing. Now that the teams had a bit of time to play together under the new system, and there's a few things that are a bit more down pat, I guess you could say, like they know what their roles are, I guess, for lack of better wording. But yeah, no, it would be a good game. I could probably see like 3-2 or something, but we'll obviously stave off for predictions as we get closer to that. So
of course.
Yeah.
Who did you get, Alex?
Leverkusen got Paderborn, so should be a decent game. Good enough challenge, so you don't have to play like third team and expect to win. So yeah, I expect to get through, but like Justin said, anything can happen, and
of course,
it all just comes down to how the players do on the night.
No, I'm with you. Yeah, Bayern got Cologne.
Oh, wow.
That's a good one, actually.
Yeah, I like that.
I bet you like that.
Yeah,
frauds, man. They
sorry.
Hated team loses, so
bro.
Yeah, Cologne to knock out Bayern Munich in round 2. So yeah. Hey, it's a real possibility, man. Like it's a cup game. Then they know they're not gonna be doing much in the Bundesliga, and if they want to stay up, man, they got to go as deep as possible. So they could be seeing this as the thing that they target. So
we got absolutely screwed, and what makes it even worse, it's in their backyard.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, we got screwed on that one. Yeah. I've got some curse words in my brain, but I'm not going to say them. Anyway, if Gio's still in here, Justin, any words for Juve Cornercast about Openda? Any words? Enjoy him? He's shit? What are you thinking?
Look, he was sort of like a one season wonder. He did really well with the first season that we got him, and then he sort of dropped off the planet like last season. But that being said, so did a lot of players did as well. So no, he's a great goal scorer. He's got great ability, great dribbling ability. I think the only thing that I've ever had as a negative thing for him is that he just goes to ground way too easily. I've said it millions of times on my podcast or on live streams, like watch-alongs. Like he flops around sometimes like a fish out of water. He just always goes to ground way too easily. And if he stayed up, sometimes he'd actually get a lot more free kicks, especially in dangerous areas. Other than that, look, he's definitely going to score goals no matter where he is. So, me personally, I actually hope they buy him, but for the simple fact is he's not a good centre forward or striker for the system that we have at the moment. Because considering he doesn't really have the strength to hold off players, he goes to ground way too easily. So when you're trying to start the transition from midfield or defense to attack, and you've got your striker playing in deep to receive the ball, he's just going to go to ground too easily, and then you're just going to ruin the attack. For the simple fact is he's not going to get those free kicks, even if he is fouled, unless it's like a massively clear foul. So, that's pretty much where I rate him. If he can improve his game so he can be that type of player, but this is the reason why we brought in a couple of players for this exact role, this transfer window. So if he can improve his game, then I'd welcome him back. There's no knock on him as a person or anything like that. He's actually replied to me on social media, on Twitter or X or whatever as well. I said to him when you're getting a hat trick, basically. So, because when he scored a brace a couple of seasons ago, and he said he was still waiting for it. So, but if he's a second striker and he's playing at a strike duo, that's where he was originally playing in the first season before Marco Rosa decided to muck around and play whatever the hell he was doing last season with our formation. So, we wish him all the best, and hopefully he actually enjoys his time in Italy and stays there, really.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. But yeah, you guys think Cologne versus Bayern's bad? Listen to this one then. Frankfurt at home versus Borussia Dortmund.
That's even better.
That's nuts. I just was looking when you were speaking there, Justin, about him. You got Heidenheim versus Hamburg as well, which will be a good game. Mainz got Stuttgart. Una Berlin got Armina, Battlefield, or however you say that. Heidenheim got Hamburg. Wolfsburg got Holstein Kiel. But yeah, Frankfurt, Dortmund, and Cologne, Bayern. Mad. Absolutely mad. What's this? Taking him at Bayern. I would have taken him at Bayern as well, bro. I would have taken him at Bayern. Oh yeah, that's why I said it. Frankfurt winning, knocking Dortmund out of the cup. I'm all for it, but we got to get past our game first. Otherwise, I'll be happy and sad at the same time. But yeah, big up, lads. Any final thoughts? No.
Nothing. Basically, about time that the international break is finished. I mean, I know there's a competition, going on for the World Cup and shit like that in the meantime for qualifiers and things. But man, who needs international breaks, man? I mean, they're good to reset for a content creator and things like that sometimes. But at the start of the season, come on, we just got excited for Bundesliga being back, and then they've just done this crap on us. Come on, what's going on now?
I think there's 5 games for Bayern. And then it's another international break. So I'm going to enjoy those 5 games, even though those 5 games are going to come thick and fast. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, hopefully everybody has enjoyed this week's version of Alles Fußball. Big up to Justin for coming on as always. Big up to Alex for coming on as always. I'm glad that these lads, enjoy coming on, even though I can be a pain in the ass. But yeah, we're going to go and raid Alf. He's doing some show, North London show, panel show thing. So yeah, we're going to go raid him. But yeah, make sure to check out Justin if you haven't already, and Alex as well. So yeah, bless up to everybody. Thank you for the constant support on the channel. And until then, we're out. Peace out, people.